Hello, hello. Is this thing on? Is this thing on? You're live and direct. Something a little different today. Taking a break from the usual stream to showcase the public beta of the path tracing mod for Dark Souls 2. I'm the creator of the Dark Souls 2 lighting engine mod. It's available on their Discord. Maybe I'll take a quick look at how you can install it. Very straightforward, and I was just so impressed how this single-handedly just turned Dark Souls 2 into one of the best looking games I've ever seen in my life. Got some screenshots in the back here. It's hard to do it justice, but it's beautiful. But this won't be an actual playthrough. I've just created a character and just did a couple level ups and visited a few bonfires so we can go poke around and see how some things look. But first things first, I suppose. Well, here's the game, and I've run back to the things betwixt. We can sort of see things as you would encounter them in the game. But first, I wanted to show you a little bit of how you can get this into your game. So there's the Dark Souls 2 lighting engine, Scholar of the First Sin mod on the Nexus. And the mod is not yet available here. What you can do is search for Discord on this page. Head over to their official Discord server. Then on that server, there is a channel called, it's free to join, it's public server, dev LE-based mod releases. Let's make sure I get the right one here. I think it's dev updates. I believe it's here in dev updates. These pictures now. LE beta releases? There it is. I'm sorry. So you're gonna go to the releases section, and then there's LE Lighting Engine beta releases. You can get the public beta, just download it. And then it's just a matter of extracting the set of files, downloading a just vanilla copy instance of Dark Souls 2, and then you just drop them into your Dark Souls 2 game folder. Bob's your uncle. There's one folder that would overwrite your default shaders folder in your Dark Souls 2 directory, so you might want to back that up. You can always restore that with theme if you want. And then there's also one other mod I have in the mix, which is the Scholar of the First Sin configurable camera FOV and camera auto rotation disabler, which is really nice. It lets you do little adjustments to the camera positioning and FOV. What's up, girl action? So we can adjust the camera, which can help us appreciate some of the cool new graphics. And it's also neat that there's a text file that it comes with, and by making edits in the text file and hitting save, you can in real time change the camera positioning and all that jazz. What else is there to say before we dig into it? Also, so the Dark Souls lighting mod can be used online. Apparently just the way that it's set up, FromSoft servers just aren't even aware of it. So with just this mod alone, you can play offline, but since I've also added the configurable camera mod, which can be interpreted as a potential cheat, I'm playing in offline mode. I will post this video to YouTube, so I'll post all the links from this show and tell session in the YouTube video description once that's on the internet. All right, but with that, let's transition in. Let's get out of these tunes into the haunting and familiar and strangely, terrifyingly comfy world, Dark Souls 2. Right, we have control. All right, so as we're getting started, maybe I can do a little bit more technical as you appreciate the scenery here. With the lighting mod installed, you can hit F1, which brings up the menu where you can make a number of different changes. There's UI customization, which I love because the user interface by default is pretty large in Dark Souls 2. Screen options, HUD, always display. The default size is like this, which feels jumbo. It feels jumbo. And we can use scale down to 80% or 60%. I like the 60%. It tucks all the things in the corners, and it makes my current camera positioning on screen viable. The other things that you might want to interact with is the monitor status. If you have an HDR monitor, you can enable this feature. I'm streaming on Twitch now, so not doing so. but it looks fantastic on like a HDR OLED. Requires a restart. Where you really might want to come in, make some adjustments, is in the shading, quality, and performance area of this menu. Here you can choose your upscaler. If you've got an NVIDIA card, you can use DLSS, or we've got all these other anti-aliasing and temporal upscaling options. Then we can set the mode. I'm running in DLAA, which is like native resolution DLSS at 1440p, everything at maximum settings. I am on a RTX 5080, but what I would say is that what's been surprising is just how performant this game is, this mod is, with all of this beautiful, beautiful path tracing. So I heard it was developed on something like a 3060 Ti class of a card. So I think, you know, especially with DLSS as an option, running sub-native, I think you can run this on all kinds of hardware and get reasonable results. Nice quality of life features. You can choose your DLSS model. One thing I was instructed to do, so I was watching From SoftServe's video. He makes a mod for Dark Souls 2 that leverages the lighting engine, and he called out a couple things. So credit where credit's due. That's where I learned from it at least. You can increase your texture cache size. You can adjust the shadow quality if you really want to. And here's where all of the path tracing and the new graphics, new fancy ray tracing, Raymond tracing comes in here. So your global illumination quality, so you know how the light bounces around the scene. Bottom option there, path tracing, obviously. Water reflections, hardware ray tracing, sun shadows, HWRT ray trace. There are some fallback options. So if you can't run all of the ray tracing, you can choose your favorite pieces of it. And the resolution of the global illumination. Path count, I'm not quite sure what this does. So apparently adjust the denoiser settings. I'm not an expert in that kind of stuff, so I'm leaving it alone. Volumetric fog quality. Normal, higher, disabled. You can adjust things like depth of field, which I haven't really played with. If you want film grain, you know, adjust those settings and so forth. There's a button at the bottom here to save user settings. So some of the stuff, well, that will save it so that the next time you load the game, it will remember. The other thing that's worth noting here is a character lantern intensity. So since we're in path tracing, whoa, a little critter just ran by. Since in path tracing mode, there aren't, you know, it doesn't really leverage artificial light sources or invisible light sources. So you might find certain areas dark. This allows you to boost your Augite of guidance or whatever, your player light a little bit. But enough. I've got my trusty binoculars, so if we ever want to gawk at anything. Now this area looks good, things betwixt, but it's certainly the least impressive looking of the areas as we start to get into it. And I've pulled out the FOV a little bit so we get a better view of our character and our surroundings, so it's not true to the original game author's intent in terms of what we're able to see. Leave these guys alone. But we're here for show and tell. So this is not the beginning of an actual playthrough, but I think I may well play through this game on stream and such after I clear up my schedule, because I've just been so blown away by how transformative this lighting mod is for the game. If you don't believe me yet, just wait till we get to a few other locations. Also, let me switch the HUD mode to hide automatically. It's such a nice feature of Dark Souls 2. You can have the clean game image, and when you do something, the HUD appears. Dark Souls 2. I played this game a couple times through. I don't think I've ever beat all the DLC. This was the first Dark Souls I tried to play, and then I bounced off of it. Didn't know what I was doing. Come to love it, and then just feel so persistent or convincing now. Everything. It's just the subtlety of the lighting. We got these nice depth of field effects. It's just like even just simple things like the look of the the wood, the shading upon it. All right, we've already talked to these ladies. We'll go into the things betwixt. Here you can see how dark it actually gets, just like in the original trailers for the game. I've lit a few sconces. Already gone through this tree. That little tunnel. Maybe we'll do one other tunnel. Take down the ladder. I don't know if any others are available yet. That one's blocked. Maybe I can't do the others yet in Scholar. No matter. On to Majula. Nice wood grain, yeah. Majula Madarlin. It's been a while since I've played a Soulsborne or FromSoft game, and they just have a certain feel and a pull to them. Fun to be back. Majula. So even though the lighting is now using a completely different model, and I'm not able to sort of switch back and forth, but the author of the Dark Souls 2 lighting mod, I feel it seems like he took care to sort of keep the general vibe and overall color and sensibility and art direction of the original lighting and sort of transform that. You know, it can never be identical, but I think it maintains the vibes pretty well. We'll say hi to Barhart. We're not even going to go to the bonfire or to the Emerald Herald yet. Take a look at the light piercing through all the little individual branches breaking up. So, you're not sure what the benefit or what is ray tracing. The thing is that it allows for every single object to cast shadows and allows for light to behave much more consistently with how it behaves in the natural world. So if you're in a dark area that's flooded with light from a door or whatever, that light doesn't just hit the floor through the door, it also sort of bounces around and illuminates the interior of the room. And it you capture some of that, and you have things like reflections. Here's our boy.
See that statue? Gives me the willies. You stare at it for long enough, it starts to look alive.
Gives me the willies.
It just doesn't seem quite right. There are no craftsmen round these parts.
I love his accent.
Hey, you don't think a real life person was turned to stone, do you?
I do. Look at this absolute specimen. It looks so nice, and these are the original textures that the game shipped with. Many years old, but they just are presented in such an attractive manner when the lighting is so convincing. All just the little pockets of shade and the gradients of light to dark and everything. Also just credit to the texture designers over at FromSoft. They've always been, in my mind, one of the finest texture crafts people I've known. Let's fight one of these stinky dudes. He's a stinker. I'll go away. Man, it's been so long since I've played, I feel very rusty. But here we can go into the dark, lightless room. It's just become where every little scene for me is just a treat to look at, just a feast for the eyeballs. This is actually a good place to demonstrate the character lighting intensity, character lantern intensity. If we turn that off, there's literally no light here. So if you wanted to play this game where a torch is necessary, now you can do it. But for the sake of our explorations today, we'll keep that on. I can show you my performance. So this is with DLAA, so the highest level of anti-aliasing, native resolution, DLSS, running no sweat on the 5080. And if I actually put it to, let's see, let's put it to DLSA balanced. Let's say, and I'm at 1440p here. DLSS balanced mode, 1440p, using 36% of my GPU at not even top clock speed. So hard to sort of calibrate how it might run on other GPUs. And you can see it still looks absolutely fantastic. But I'm encouraged that I think that many people who feel they might not be able to run this performantly actually can. Actually runs very well. Where's the, let's put that back to, okay. I'll hide the performance numbers in a bit, but it's very friendly to them. I'm using 13 gigs of RAM, 6.2 gigs of VRAM. Back. It sort of has this painterly softness to everything, and which just gives it a sort of very naturalistic feel. To see the Herald. Ah, music. I think next we'll go to Heide's Tower of Flame, because that area just blew my mind with just how picturesque. Oh, but maybe a couple more things worth demonstrating. So, when I was talking about the global illumination, this is sort of the scenario I was trying to describe, where there's no light within this building. Light's shining through the door, but it just bounces around and illuminates in a very gentle and slowly transitioning way. All of the floor and everything. And even if the light source isn't visible on screen, because it's just doing all the path tracing, it just looks consistent. All the little pockets of light that are penetrating through boards and such. Skylighting. Also just a testament to how good the original assets are in this game. They just hold up.
Oh, hello again.
Hello.
I hope you find something of use. Oh, by the gods, why the hell am I here? Well, I do hope I see you again.
Hello. It's beautiful. I don't have access to many of the buildings yet. I think the blacksmith's here.
I knew you'd be around soon. Go on, show me what you've got.
Nah, later.
Oh, don't listen.
We're just here to gawk. Gawk at things. Alright, and then the Herald. Say hi.
Bearer of the curse.
Seek lest.
Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole, as it has so many others.
Okay. Let's travel. What's up, Sans? I'm enjoying tasty, tasty new graphics. RTX on, baby. This place in particular. Oop. Scuffed. Oh no! Oh no! I'm a rust bucket. Hog tasty, indeed. Look at the beautiful tile work. The sheen on everything. The detailed lighting transition within the pockets of shade. It's not completely dark in there because there's light ricocheting around all over the place, but it just darkens naturally where there's less availability for light to penetrate. It just makes these assets look amazing. These are all just the vanilla textures. It's fantastic. Also, just again, another testament not to only the quality of the assets in this game, but the quality of the level design. It's just such an otherworldly, beautiful, fantastical location. Look at this. So beautiful and so harsh at the same time. Yeah, 12-year-old game, by the way, but the lighting engine is crazy. Here, I can do a quick demo of the camera mod I have installed, because there's a nice feature that you can change the setting in the file, and as soon as you hit save, it does it in real time. So, save. It didn't do anything. Maybe I have the wrong file open. Here, I'll just take a brief detour because this is worth showing. Maybe I have just a different copy of the file that I'm editing. We're going to browse local files. It says it's this one. What? Why is my demonstration not working when I want to show you? Well, I don't know. Maybe it did push the camera out. Let me try a much bigger value. Maybe it's working. I'm just not seeing it. I think it's working. We're gonna try a big value. Oh yeah, okay. I saw it. Yeah, I'm seeing the notepad. Maybe those viewers at home were seeing it happen in real time, but here. So big distance away. You can play the game completely differently as well. But also just nice for taking scenic snapshots for your tourism. I wonder what it's like to play like this. Try it. These hammer-wielding ones were always my nemesis. But they have horrible delays. Not like Elden Ring delays. Nice. That's interesting. I don't actually want to play it this way, but you can zoom out. You can play it like CRPG style. I guess mostly for screen archery. Or just to play it a little bit different. But I did increase the FOV by a little bit. And I did increase the distance by a little bit. So I am playing not vanilla, but I'm not straying so far from the defaults. You know, this just makes it, it's less claustrophobic, and I guess in a way it's easier because you have better awareness of your surroundings. But that's okay with me. I got nothing to prove. I'm not like super pro at this game. My ADP. Beautiful. What do you do with something when you encounter something like this? What's the correct behavior? What is to be done? What do you try? Now there's two levers. I forget what the which lever does what. Does this raise the platform? Is the other lever right there? Do you remember, Sans? Try finger butthole. There we go. I was begging for someone to say it. Or try tongue butthole. I'm guessing since this one faces the arena, this will raise the arena floor.
Action 2.
Let's find out.
Smack the butt and say who's your daddy.
Okay. Well, that's another thing we could do with when you encounter the bent over corpse. That did in fact raise the floor. Now I can't. I guess. Can you still cheese the Dragonrider? I don't want to cheese him anyway. Who knows if I'll make it? I guess a quick look at my character. I did just a bit of leveling up. My character's name is Test. I'm level 20, 15 vigor, 10 ADP. I think I put 2 points in ADP. Like 1 point in strength or something. Still a nub. I did get the Ring of Binding though. These guys all want to fight you at once. No, they don't. This guy does, though. Hey, ADP. Not bad. Now they're both angry with me. Go out to where it's beautiful. Both? Ooh. Are they capable of friendly fire? Swatted, getting slapped. Whew. Ah, man, it's so exhilarating just to play any Dark Souls game, especially the earliest parts where you're very squishy and not very powerful and just have to rely on basic core skills, basic skills. Water is awesome, yeah. And it's original water meshes and textures. I wish there's a way I could easily swap back and forth between. Cause the water was always beautiful in this game, but I'm sure it looks somehow different now with all the fancier lighting. We try to go fight the Dragonrider. Will the big boy follow me into the arena? Forget how it works. Do I have to fight this guy? I know Dark Souls 2 is different in so as much that there's no iframes for animations. Maybe I'll just try to kill him. Oh wait! That wasn't fair. Whoa! You're way too fast. Oh no! Oh! Oh! Whee! Barely survive. Alright, I don't think I've fought any bosses with path tracing, not that they're going to have a special effect. But I'm curious if I win, it would be fun to go and see the upstairs platform, because I think there's probably a nice view up there. See if I have what it takes to defeat Dragonrider. Oh, good start. It's obscured. He looks great, though. Uh-oh. Never looked better. Uh-oh! ADP. The arena does look great with the... Oh my god. He's only doing 2. I thought there was like a 3rd attack. God, why... I'm so slow with my input on the dodge. Maybe there's input lag? I'm not gonna blame that. My brain has input lag. Uh-oh. Greedy. Uh-oh. Oh! Almost got knocked off. Uh-oh. Taking one on the chin. Look at the light shining through the windows. Beautiful. A little sheen on the tiles. I thought he has a 3-swing combo, but apparently not. Oops. Ouch. Ooh, that was generous to me. Oh no! It could be dead. Dead. Not making him fall off the side? No. Well, I got a little bit panicky and then I fucked up, so rip. What's up, Smokey? We're checking out these cool new graphics mods. One mod in particular. The path tracing mod. So I also have this camera mod that lets me... Oh gosh. That lets me reposition the camera and change the field of view and stuff. But I wasn't planning to play this at all or anything, but this mod was just made available as a public beta, and I was so delighted with how it looks that I felt compelled to give it a shot here. But this is not actually to play the game, and actually I should probably go do some more exploring and just sort of just... Oh gosh! This stuff just putzing around over here. I'm getting myself killed. Oh, was I still alive? Maybe I was still alive. It's okay. My character's name is Tess. This doesn't even matter. This is just to admire and explore the mod. At the beginning I was showing, so there's like, you know, there's lots of stuff you can configure in the game very easily. You hit F1 to bring up the menu. It's very easy to install. It runs, you don't need the latest and greatest hardware to run it. So if you've got any sort of, you know, GPU from the past 5 or 6 years, I think you could probably pull this off with reasonable settings. All right, so we've looked at Majula. We can go to the Forest of the Lost Giants. I just ran straight through here, through two here, so I didn't get to see much. I didn't do much, but this area has really nice mood lighting. Take a look at the vendor. Look at this. I feel like I'm transported to this fantasy world in such a convincing manner. Up here it is dark, dark, dark. Dark, dark, dark. Oh gosh. Just hitting the walls. User error. Oh, don't break the chest. Look how dark and moody. Small leather shield. Yes, please. Yeah! Need to try this mod. Now we're parrying. Parry time. It's so dork in here. Is there an invisible dude up here or something? Another chest. Even just every little scene, just the mood lighting. Oh fuck, there's someone up here. A lurker. Lurking. Everything emits light and receives shadow. Casts shadow. What's the angle of the dangle we need for this? I forget. Hey, how about that? I'm blessing. Oh, excellent gamer here. Professional gamer, professional Dark Souls runner. Need the latest and greatest hardware for bragging rights. True. I don't have the latest and greatest, but I'm not too far from the top. Now, this area is, I'd say, one of the least impressive, just with the way the lighting is. Just sort of overcast and glum. There's no strong contrast of lighting and such, so it's less instantly. Can I not roll off this?
JFreeze 191 RTL80 says, "What's up?"
Jay Freezy, how you doing? Doing something a little bit different today. I'm exploring this newly released public beta of a path tracing graphics mod for Dark Souls 2, which just gives it this lighting presentation that's equivalent to, or just it makes it look one of the best attractive looking games I've ever seen, just by virtue of this mod. It's beautiful. All right, let's go to the other part of the forest of giants, lost giants. What is it? I want to go out, climb up to the where the Heide Knight is. So I just ran through there. That place might look interesting if I gave it a look. And I haven't even unlocked many more locations, so at some point we're gonna have to make progress if we want to see new things. Area's super flat in the vanilla game, almost no lighting, and in that sense, I'm glad that the mod author didn't change it too much. I mean, it's still benefiting from all of the features. Like every blade of grass is casting a shadow that aligns with the light source. And that's one thing where, you know, with traditional shadow rendering techniques, the more shadows there are, the more it costs your computer to run in. With path tracing, there's a high cost to shadows, but it's a flat cost. So whether I have one blade of grass or 1,000, there's a fixed cost to how rendering shadows. That's my understanding from watching Digital Foundry and other nerds like that. All right. Can I get a backstab on pleb enemy? Nope, bad angle. I'm so used to playing Dark Souls 3 where they're so much more generous with your stamina and stuff. I'm running out of stamina instantaneously. Like Elden Ring. Stop it! Where's the dude from over here? Wait, isn't he gonna drop in? No dude that drops in? There he is. Axeman. Need to ask you something. There we go, backstab. All the unique but sometimes weird backstab animations. There's the backstab animations for some class of weapons in this game where you do like a pirouette. You do like a little swirly whoop-de-doo, whirly bird, which just feels like so unconvincing. Because I mean, if you're just spinning on your toes, what kind of momentum can you have? Hard to spin your body 360. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but it doesn't seem plausible to me. It seems implausible. Also, just the addition of DLSS to the game through the mod, everything is just pristine. There's no pixel crawls anywhere, which just helps to lend to the convincing aspect of the presentation. All right, up the ladder. There's a big encounter up here. I love the lighting when just this lighting from the character lantern, All Guide of Guidance, when you're in a dark area. It's just vibes. Such vibes. Oh, I forgot. There's the Heide Knight is here in the original version of the game, not in Scholar, I guess. They all moved to Heide's Tower. Oops, what am I doing? There's no combo after the strong attack. Let's just using it doesn't use all my stamina, but that's you're committed. There's a long delay afterwards. Retry parry. Nice. Oh, did I rush the riposte? Why did I no riposte? No riposte? Is it not just R1 to riposte? What am I doing wrong? I'm rusty, but I remember basic mechanics. Oh. Oh. Ah, we're not going to bother parrying right now. I just want to kill these guys so we can look around a bit. There's that dude up there. I'm gonna throw fire bombs, I'm pretty sure. There's more riffraff that wants to wake up. One and done. Excuse me, sir. Back down with you. And you. Nope. Stuffed it. I guess this encounter is not as big as I thought it was. I mean, this encounter's big if you rush around and all of these enemies wake up at once. Then it can get a bit hectic. And the firebomb guy, he can ruin your day. I see you! I think I have a bow but no arrows, but we can go get him anyway. Stop it! Yeah, I am excited to do a full playthrough of this game with this mod present. I think you have to make a crazy jump to get that. How about I have to clear my streaming schedule a little bit. Oh, can I punch? Okay, you win. What am I doing? I was paralyzed for a moment. I want to get to more areas to see more lighting. Because this area, I mean, it's cool, but it's pretty drab. Drab. Soul of a Lost and Dead. How do I... I deflected the firebomb. Did you see that? I deflected it just with an attack. Looked like. Unless I'm tripping. Alright, archaic jump mechanics. Go! Schwartz Sword. Soul of a Lost Undead. Whoop! Maybe I need to go into the interior towards the pursuer. Check out some more interiors. Let's see if I can make this jump the hard to get item. It's so such a rush of memories to come back to this game. What? Look at that distance covered. Lots of forward momentum. Got a bunch of souls. Alright. I guess since we got a couple souls, we'll go level up real quick and then we'll go proceed into the castle at the Valley of Fallen Giants. What's up, Malvatron? Forest of Lost Giants. I just get the name right. It's written right here. Forest of Fallen Giants. Not Lost, not Valley. Forest of Fallen Giants. Lore Master. How you doing, Malvatron? Dark Souls 2 with this path tracing mod, which is the objective of this stream, is just to explore it and play it a little bit. At the beginning of the stream, I went briefly over how to install it, which is just painfully easy to do. And I've just been so blown away by it so far that I recommend everyone try it if you have any affinity for this game. It breathes new life into it, at least for me. Pop them souls. Talk to the green lady. Have you played this game, Alvatron? It's not quite the same type of game as Sly Cooper series franchise. Hello, miss. Excuse me, miss. Miss.
Bearer of the curse. Seek souls. Larger, more powerful souls. Seek the king. That is the only way. Lest this land swallow you whole. As it has.
Give a cinematic presentation. You're so tiny! Alright, we've got like 3 level ups, 2-3 level ups. Endurance for stamina? Why not? We'll spread it out. So I don't know if this is great for playing the game. It's cool for taking a screenshot. I'm gonna do right now. Great mod if you just want to like capture video. If you know people who make videos about these games. I guess these two mods combined. The one that lets you easily manipulate the camera, and then the of course the fancy lighting mod. I see there's a shiny over there. Way over there. I have to drop in to get it. See the little shiny on the shelf over there? But we'll go in tiny mode to see what this is like. He's so cute. He's a cute little undead. You're chilling this evening? You've not played, but your brother's played a couple of the games. I've played all of them. I've beat all of them except for Sekiro, which I couldn't quite muster through. Wait, now I'm disoriented. Where is it? Where's the shiny? Drop here? No. Where was the shiny, you guys? What? How do I did drop in and get the binoculars. Where you drop in right here. Oh. Oh, it's down there. How about that? Morning Star, Cleric's Sacred Chime. The Morning Star is that's one of my favorite early weapons in Elden Ring. It's the spiked mace. Look at Majula. Milady. Am I capable of using the Morning Star? Alright, let's switch our FOV back. Or this camera distance back. Something more playable. I didn't see. Where's the requirements? 15 and 7? Nice. I think I have 15 and 7. I have exactly 15 and 7, I believe. Perfect. I'm just equipped to use this weapon. Look at this thing. I'm a freaking menace with this fucker. Alright. Let's go explore the innards. If we can get to them. Or if nothing else, let's find the map maker at the Forest of Fallen Giants. Then it'll unlock the main manor over there. And I think that's probably going to be interesting to look at. In terms of the mod. The effects of the mod. Jelly Skirt. This was your first ever Dark Souls? So good? It was my first Dark Souls that I tried. And I did it without any help from wikis, or I never watched anyone play it. I just heard people say it was a difficult game. And I think I got to like Black Gulch or something after just grinding levels and just muddling my way through it through much pain and suffering. And then I abandoned the game. I'm like, all right, fuck this. Hard game, not for me. And then I started watching Lobos Jr. stream it on Twitch, or stream Dark Souls games on Twitch. Which was entertaining on its own, but also just hearing him talk about stuff, it helped me understand better what these types of games expect of you, and more reasonable ways to approach it. And like, you know, having consideration of all your different stats and like scaling and weapons and positioning and timings. There's stuff I never really considered when playing games before. And then I went back and played through, I think, Dark Souls 1 and then 3. Eventually came back to 2. Oh, fuck. Oh, he's dead. He's dead! And now playing this again with all this fancy lighting is really very compelling for me. Just helps all these places just feel so much more real. Oh shit! Got crept upon. So beautiful. And it also just helps me appreciate just how good the texture work was. The 12-year-old game for the 360 and PS3 era? Wow. Yeah, I eventually came to relish the pain of these games. You know, beat Elden Ring. Bloodborne. Sekiro is the only one I couldn't quite muster through. Neither of them opens from this side. So where do I go from here? Where do we go now? I forget. Is there another? Oh, this way. Of course! Remember, there's a door here. Locked. Everything's locked! Just, don't give up, skeleton. Beautiful lighting. Especially in these scenarios, again, where there's just a single light source that's bleeding. Oh shit! There was a lurker. Single light source bleeding into the room. It just feels so good. Looks so good. You're on Elden Ring right now? Nice. Now, we want to go... If I want to go to the tunnel, I got to go all the way across here. Oh, well, I didn't mean to go all the way down here, but here I am. Okay, which way do I go to get to the tunnel? Do I go around? I think I go around. Do I go around? Do I have to climb up and go hopping? Did I already fuck it up? Ah, the Morningstar feels so good to use. You know, so here you can see where there's all these little gaps between the individual boards. You can see all the little individual god rays. Or often they're just simulated or baked in or just screen space, but they you know, the god rays come from behind me. Even though the light source is not visible, you still get the volumetric light rays, which nerds like me really appreciate. I can drop in over here. Imagine. I think I can. This dingus. Oh, Titanite shard. Allows us to circle back. All right, let's explore if it's this way. It might be. You. Life gem. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. What is mustard about, Sans? What are you talking about? I'm talking about mustard. Healing items you can move while using. Uh-oh. I've got no stamina. Or brains. Throw. Ah! Don't die! Not yet, at least. This is where we're gonna go. Whoop-bah! My memory is serving me, correct. So there's a fun little trap here, if I recall correctly. Look how dark and mysterious it is. But there's a shiny. I should run it. Oh. Human effigy. Very dark in here. Spooky. Is mustard a reference to Elden Ring and just the color? Nope, nope. I will stop that. Amber herb. It looks so neat. I just stop and gawk at everything. Am I alone here? Does it just, like, every little just moment, so many moments in this game just looks so cool now. Sorry for smacking you with the spiked ball end of my club.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just daydreaming, I think. My name is Kale. I'm a traveler, like yourself.
I said mustard?
I'm navigating.
Oh, like muster up the strength to muster?
Why cartography, you ask? Well, it's a good question. When I first came into this forsaken land, it was a curse? Something about a curse? How embarrassing. I seem to have lost my focus.
He needs focus points.
I do know one thing for certain. I have always been very fond of maps.
Come to Majula.
I came to this land's Drangling, the Lost Kingdom. It sounded so romantic.
Come to Majula, my boy.
Have you seen Majula? Oh, there's a rather spacious mansion there.
I have.
I've made it my temporary home. Well, as something of a squatter, I'm afraid. Inside the mansion, I found a strange map
I like that I can spam block
I'd ever seen.
during the conversation.
I believe that it's a map of Drangling. Now I'm traveling the land to prove it. Yes, that's it. That's why I came to the kingdom.
I helped you remember by saying nothing at all.
No, that wasn't it. Then what? I don't seem to recall. Were you looking for... Wonderful. Then shame on you. Here, take this.
I'm glad I persisted. I don't know if he had to give me a key or if he was just going to show up and open it. Now I have the key.
What a
This is
joy
what
to
we
meet
came
a
here for.
kindred spirit out here. Incredible. Oh, I would not venture...
There's skeletons down there.
Something about it.
Be wary of skeletons. Skeletons. I can't get back this way. I have to go down and then climb the ladder. Lottie. I'm guessing there's an empty pit at the end if I just run recklessly, because that's where the ball drops into a pit over here, right? We peek. It's so hard to see. Surely there's a pit that I don't want to fall into. I can't. Is that a pit? I can't tell. I'm out of here. Too scary. I'm scared. I bet you said mustard at some point too in your life. You put that all on me. Ah, the Morning Star is such a satisfying weapon to swing about. We gotta circle back. That's okay. I just wanted to open the door to the house in Majula. It'd be nice to open the shortcut, but then I have to kill the turtles. I'm out of Estus flasks. I want to save my life gems. My life yems. The door across the way is so enticing. I'm gonna try to drop in on those guys. Why? When does she move to Majula? We get two of these. One of these. In case we want to try to do the firebomb trick at some point. Ah, this looks so nice. Come to Majula! I just bought something. She said that before, though. Will you? Maybe I have to buy a certain amount of stuff from her? Or a certain thing? Anyways, let's go check out the manor. Bonfire. Milady? Maybe we can go visit the piggies in the back real quick. What's it look down like down in the pit? That's not too much to look at yet. Majula. First, we'll check the backyard. These little runts. Whoa, they're tanky. I didn't remember they're so tanky. I'm afraid of the three little pigs. Miss! How did I miss with the R2? Oh. It's just, it swings over them. They're hard to hit. I forgot that, I know that after you kill them a few times, their bigger brethren come by. I had no idea these ones are so tanky. Maybe they're just resistant to blunt damage? Maybe my sword would be better. Oh, I got bleed from the Morning Star. I forgot that that makes sense because it has the spikes, but the bleed proc. I gotta keep up the intensity here. Quit killing me! There we go. Breed. Bled. I'm the bully. Dad, I can't hit him! I'm sorry, little fellers. I had to do it. Pigs are the real end game. Dude, if the little pigs are so tanky, how tanky are the big boys? And I think there's nothing back here. It's just they just do a little trolling. There's nothing back here but beautiful lighting. You know, it's just a little cove that's surrounded on, you know, on three sides by either the cliff or the buildings. And without even being able to define exactly why, it just feels, the lighting feels right. I guess I played a couple other games with path tracing, like Portal, and a couple of the other RTX remix ones, but it's I guess seeing it combined with such beautiful world design, you know, top S tier world design, and more naturalistic environments, it's very novel to me, and I'm just lavishing in it. Here, I'll hide myself for a minute so we get full visual splendor. Oh man, already. So there's a delay before all the lighting sort of fully gets realized. Maybe that's sort of one of the conceits, or you know, something you have to accept with modern day path tracing, that it needs to accumulate that information over a few frames. Beautiful. You guys like graphics? Now I'm curious if over time, well, you know, it's interesting that this path tracing mod was made for Dark Souls 2. And I wonder if there's something specific about this engine that made it easier, or just the mod author. Maybe this is their favorite Dark Souls 2 or Dark Souls game, so like everyone unanimously agrees this is the best one. And I think some form of lighting engine does exist for Dark Souls 3, maybe Dark Souls 1, but I'm so impressed with this. I hope they eventually get full path tracing treatment as well. Dark and scary down there. Warm and cozy up here. Texture work holds up, man. Look at this room. Wow. So this is the same phenomena, but we've got two major light sources, both doors, and they contribute in such a natural way. And then, like these shadows from the table legs, because there's multiple light sources, they're so sort of soft and diffused. Everything casts shadows. You know, if you're accustomed to ambient occlusion and screen space ambient occlusion, those are effects that try to approximate this. And surely this is also still an approximation, but it's just a much more refined one. The interiors look crazy, especially ones where the dark interior with just bold lighting from the exteriors. It's a real treat. Oops. That chest looks a little waxy. That texture doesn't hold up as good as the others. What's in here? Titanite shards. Outside on the terrace. Where's the room with the big book? I guess that's the main room downstairs. It just makes it so fun to explore everything again. And it just makes me excited to see what the rest of the game looks like now. Like every little scene for me feels like a screenshot opportunity. Snap. Beautiful. This room with the book. The big book. The candlelight. I wanted to go occlude the candlelight by jumping up there, but we're not allowed to go over there. We also can't break shit in here. Some shit. What's this? Pharaoh's Lockstone. Won't need that for another, like, dozens of hours. You can go see the cat. Cat's over here. Game does have a lot of graphics now. There's so many pixels of such high quality. And I love having the no HUD mode, where just it auto hides the HUD, so you get to enjoy, when you're not in a moment of life and death, you get to enjoy just unobstructed visuals. Hello.
What's happened to you? You have that glint in your eyes. And the scent of one with quite the catalogue of sins. Oh, don't feel bad. I'm sure your mother's still proud. This place is fascinating. We receive only the most peculiar visitors. Folk like yourself. It's enough to keep even a cat amused. Nothing suited you, I presume? Well, that's dismaying.
Cat texture could be modernized. Break your table! I don't. Break your table. What was in this tent? What's the purpose of this tent? Deepest lore?
I knew you'd be around soon. Go on, show me what you've got.
Reinforce the Morning Star? Oh, I don't have the ducats. That's fine. Don't waste my time. Go check the horizon. The crestfallen night. He's so sad.
Do you feel lonely here? It suits me just fine, as I've nothing left anyway.
I don't feel lonely. I feel comfy with all my friends. They're all here. We're here for a good time. The game is a slideshow, not for frame rate, but just for image quality, right? You mean? Don't look at my vacation slides. Hold on. Now we're even tinier. Alright, well, I died a couple times and this game is hard, so I'm just gonna go jump in the ocean! I died? What? I can't swim? It was about 2 FPS with the merchant? Oh, I did drop some frames at some point. Was it 2 FPS? Huh, I didn't notice that, but... Got my souls here. I'll have to check the tape. I'll have to check the tape on that one. Alright, well, anywho, so this is a briefer stream tonight, because I have a trivia night to go attend with some friends, but this is exactly what I wanted to do for today. Just hopefully share with you my enthusiasm, and then if you like this stuff, just how nice this game looks. And just to share my experiences with it. Again, I mean, Sans, I know you could run it, but Kyle, I think even with your hardware, 1080p with a little DLSS, you could run it at 60 FPS with everything on, I imagine. So if you like what you see, I encourage you to check it out. Support the mod authors. They're good people. And I guess if you weren't here at the beginning of the stream, just so if you're curious about what mods they are. This is the camera, the mod that allowed me to tweak in real time the camera position, FOV, and all that fun stuff. Then, of course, the Dark Souls 2 lighting engine mod. You can't download the path tracing one from here, but what you do is you search for Discord, you join their Discord server, and you go to the releases section, and I'll get it right this time, and then you go to the LE beta releases, free download, drop it in your Dark Souls 2 game folder. You can even play online without risk. So, check it out. Could run it, but don't want to play Dark Souls 2. I can appreciate that. But just because of my proclivities and my enthusiasm for graphics and stuff, I don't know if I'll play through the whole thing, but I just enjoy every minute, even the frustrating bits of just getting back into it. And I've only played Dark Souls 2 a couple times, so it's still fairly... it's not baked into my memories and psyche like some other ones. I only installed those 2 mods, so maybe I'll explore more for when I do an actual playthrough. But this was just mod testing and experimentation and all that jazz. But we can talk about it on Discord. But anyways, thanks for hanging out. I think I'm going to post this video on the main channel because it's not quite a playthrough. I did a little bit of tutorializing at the beginning. What's going up? All right, until next episode, I'll catch you back here on Thursday for either Darwin or Fallout New Vegas. I'm pretty sure. I'll decide between now and then. 500 mods are riot. I don't even know if the 500 mods exist for this game. Anywho, I gotta run. Peace out, friends.
Down.